Well, it was one of those deals where it got away from you. Again, it was 14-0. We fought back and made it 14-7 and had a chance to make it 14-14. I think we turned it over at that point in time.
Rob.
It seemed like we were always fighting uphill to catch up. You got to be able to get people stopped, give yourself a chance, and you can't turn the ball over. It really came down to those two things, getting them stopped defensively. And we had 3 turnovers on offense. It's critical situations, and it's hard to overcome those things.
What adjustments you have to make offensively after he went out, as far as your wide receivers?
Danny Etling was going to play the Z spot, and Posey was going to play inside of the H. So those two are going to rotate at the Z spot.
Darrell, why do you think that you guys struggled on defense to stop them? What were some of the changes you had made from last week after that?
Well, we were trying to identify some gaps pre-snap and try to get our guys to the gap so they didn't have to slant as much. Try to eliminate those gaps. Until I see the film, I don't know exactly what happened, to be honest with you. We'll keep looking at it and see if there's something else.
Yeah, here.
See if there's something else that we can do. You like to be able to get them stopped. There was a couple big third down plays that they converted. They made a good play on our sideline against Frankie. He had good coverage. The guy made a play. So some of those first and second down runs, you can't allow hit them for 8, 9 yards. Put them in 3rd and 1 situation.
Darrell, we ask every week now kind of what's the message and what's next. I mean, how do you get this team to start competing, at least on the scoreboard?
Well, you got to go back and keep working at the things that you can get better at. And that's the only thing you can do at this point in time. And try to make strides in those areas that can help you be more competitive on the scoreboard. I thought that they fall back, kept fighting back. But again, you can't give them the ball. Good teams, you can't give them the ball, and you got to get them stopped to give yourself a chance to at least hold serve. So you give yourself a chance to win it.
Sacks and the fumbles, are they knocking it out, or just the ball security question there when they're coming after you?
Yeah, you just when that pocket collapses, you gotta really try and tuck that ball away and really protect the football, because that's what the job of the quarterback is to do, is to protect the football, and I didn't quite do my job this game.
What did you think of the offense in general, Danny?
I thought we were moving the ball really well. I thought we were really executing. We had a great game plan. Coaches, they really put us in a lot of great positions to make plays, and this wasn't a coach. The coaches are great right now, and I couldn't ask for any better coaching. But it's just we got to execute better, and I can't turn the ball over. And it really just comes down to finishing again. I mean, we're moving the ball well, and we're doing a lot of great things, but we got to stop with the big bad things. I mean, our bad plays have to be a gain of 4 yards instead of an interception or a fumble or a sack or something like that.
Raheem, just the kickoff return, what did you see? What opened up for you?
Really, I was just trying to make a play for my team. There was a small crease, and I just hit it. Nothing more to say. I just tried to make a play.
Who do you think threw a key block there?
Basically everyone had a key block. They tried to hold their man as long as they could. It worked for me and Keem both to try to make something happen.
Raheem, you had to make a play on that, though, right? Because we saw you working on that in practice this week, where those 2 guys came, kind of were holding their hands and kind of tried to take you off to the side, and they had to break apart. So you had to do something different than what you practice. Is that safe to say?
Not necessarily. We came up with a scheme. It was a bit of a scheme in practice, and we knew what they were going to do. They were going to squeeze hard, so we just fought back, I guess. Wanted to make a great play. I mean, it wasn't really nothing different on my part or on Keem's part or anyone's part. We just came up with a great scheme and we ran it.
What did get the offense moving the ball today, and just kind of where were the openings in the passing game?
We knew coming in the opening was going to be in the middle of the field. I personally left some plays out there I could have made. A couple minor errors. I was going to do better.
Why did you think you could go over the top on these guys?
We figured the corners were pretty big, but they couldn't run. So we were going to try to get at least 5 big plays. I think we only got 2, but wasn't enough, as you can see.